rough day?
I just had the potion seller's finest potion. I really needed it after the week I just had. Because of Alistair.
What's wrong with Alistair?
Let's start at the top, shall we? Alistair is a sarcastic, cynical asshole. And won't answer my question seriously. I just asked a simple question, how did you join the Grey Wardens? And he says...
Same way you did. You drink some blood, you choke on it, and pass out. You haven't forgotten already, have you?
Seriously, what the fuck? It's not even that personal. Then, there's the fact that the man wants to be all self-righteous. The Redcliffe incident with the demon. I don't know what to do. Do I let the woman who is nasty to him sacrifice herself? Or do I kill the abomination? I think it's best to end this.
At least no one will be hurt anymore. And maybe Father can be helped. That's all I wanted. Just do it then.
Stop! Stop! Don't hurt him! No. Please,
Both end badly. I know that much.
Now that we're back at the camp, I want to talk about what happened. At Redcliffe.
I don't want to discuss it right now.
We're at camp. Is there a better time to discuss it than right now? I don't think so. You killed Connor. You killed him. A little boy. How could you do that?
Are you saying I should have used blood magic? You.
I don't know. Maybe. It was Lady Isolde's fault what happened at the castle. With all that blood on her hands, maybe you should have let her sacrifice herself. You let Lady Isolde sacrifice herself! With blood magic! How could you do that?
And I don't like being yelled at, so what do? I spend 3 days traveling to the mages to get help, find out the tower is in lockdown, the Templars of all the mages locked behind a seal, and that they're waiting for permission to blow the tower to smithereens. Fan-fucking-tastic. Someone has to tell me whose idea was to lock all the mages in a tower, why the tower is so bloody tall, and why you have to take all the frickin' stairs. So, I got almost to the top, and I get hypnotized by some Frankenstein's monster reject. I then have to freeze all from that sloth demon, and it's like fighting a Dragon Ball Z character for all the fucking forms it has. With it dead, we kill the guy behind the abomination infestation that caused the tower's lockdown, saved the mages, and then I took a break as Morgan killed the demon.
Do you take me for a fool? I know better than to bargain with your kind. Alas.
So the child was saved. Then we get back to the camp and, hey, Alistair wants to talk.
Now that we're back at the camp, I want to talk about what happened. At Redcliffe.
I think it turned out quite well, don't you?
I just wanted to thank you. You went out of your way to save the Isle's family, and you did it. Even though it would have been easier not to. There's been so much death and destruction. It makes me feel good that at least we were able to save something. No matter how small. I owe the Isle that much.
If we can stop the blight, we'll save much more.
You're right. Hopefully, by that time, there's still enough of Ferelden left to save.
Finally, he's genuine. For once.
Good. Now that the warm, fuzzy part of the day is over with, we can get back to the ritual dismemberments. Oh wait, it's not Tuesday, is it?
So, in a moment of weakness, I asked him, why have you remained a Templar if you hate the Chantry?
Have you seen the uniform? It's not only stylish, but well made. I'm a sucker for good tailoring.
Not this again. Can't you answer a simple question?
I used to be able to, but then the Chantry beat it out of me. Sad but true. I can't hardly get through a pillow fight these days without being overcome with guilt either.
You had lots of these pillow fights, I take it.
On confession day, we could go all night. Being a Templar isn't all about chasing men in skirts and hiding behind priests, you know. You don't really want to know about my being a Templar, do you? It's really quite boring.
I do really want to know, yes.
Poke, poke, poke. Tell me everything about your life, Alistair. All right, if you insist. It's not like we have anything better to do, right? The truth of the matter is that I did hate going to the monastery. The initiates from poor families thought I put on airs, while the noble ones called me a bastard and ignored me. I felt like Al Eamon had cast me off unwanted, and I was determined to be bitter. But I took some solace in the training itself, I guess. I was actually quite good at it.
What did you enjoy about the training?
The education, mostly, but also the discipline. You need to have a disciplined mind in order to use the abilities we have. It was difficult, but rewarding. I never really felt at home anywhere, though, until I joined the Grey Wardens. And Duncan felt my Templar abilities might be useful for when we encountered Darkspawn magic, so I kept it up. What about you? Do you have anywhere you consider home?
I guess my home is with the Grey Wardens now. With you.
Really? I guess I like the sound of that.
We end up talking.
What changes about you after the joining?
You mean other than becoming a Grey Warden?
You've been a Grey Warden longer than I have.
You know, I asked Duncan this too, and all I got was, "You'll see."
Just try that line on me.
I have other lines for you. Trust me. Oh, it's not that Duncan wants to keep it a secret. It's just that the Grey Wardens don't discuss it much. I gather it's not a pleasant topic. The first change I noticed was an increase in appetite. I used to get up in the middle of the night and raid the castle larder. I thought I was starving. I'd slurp down every dinner like it was my last. My face all covered in gravy. When I'd look up, the other Grey Wardens would stare, then laugh themselves to tears.
I haven't felt anything like that.
Really? Because I was watching you wolf down food the other day, and I thought, ooh, it's a good thing she gets a lot of exercise.
What can I say? I'm a growing girl.
I'll say. I didn't mean it like that. No, don't hit me. I bruise easily. Oh, and then there were the nightmares. Duncan said it was part of how we sense the Darkspawn. We tap into their, well, I don't know what you call it, their group mind. And when we sleep, it's even worse. You learn to block it out after a while, but at first it's hard. It's supposed to be worse for those who join during a blight. How is it for you?
I've had some strange dreams.
Some people never have much trouble, but that's rare. Others have trouble sleeping their entire life. Just more sensitive, I suppose. Everyone ends up the same, though. Once you reach a certain age, the real nightmares come. That's how a Grey Warden knows his time has come.
His time has come?
Oh, that's right. We never had time to tell you that part, did we? Well, in addition to all the other wonderful things about being a Grey Warden, you don't need to worry about dying from old age. You've got 30 years to live, give or take. The taint, it's a death sentence. Ultimately, your body won't be able to take it. When the time comes, most Grey Wardens go to Orzammar and die in battle rather than waiting. It's tradition.
I remember I found an amulet that looked kind of like the one he told me about, so I gave it to him.
This is my mother's amulet. It has to be. But why isn't it broken? Where did you find it?
I found it in Redcliffe Castle, in the study.
Oh, the Arl study? Then he must have found the amulet after I threw it at the wall. And he repaired it and kept it. I don't understand. Why would he do that?
Perhaps you mean more to him than you think.
I guess you could be right. We never really talked that much. And then the way I left... Thank you. I mean it. I thought I'd lost this to my own stupidity. I'll need to talk to him about this if he recovers from his... When he recovers, that is. I wish I'd had this a long time ago. Did you remember me mentioning it? Wow. Huh. I'm more used to people not really listening when I go on about things.
Of course I remembered. You're special to me.
So I begin to feel a lot closer to him and end up saying some stupid stuff.
Something on your mind?
Has anyone ever told you how handsome you are?
Not unless they were asking me for a favor. Well, there was that one time in Denerim, but those women were not like you. Why? Is this your way of telling me you think I'm handsome?
And if it is, what then?
Oh, nothing much. I just get to grin a bit and look foolish for a while.
Which led to...
Here, look at this. Do you know what this is?
Your new weapon of choice?
Yes, that's right. Watch as I thrash our enemies with the mighty power of floral arrangements. Feel my thorns, darkspawn. Ah! I will overpower you with my rosy scent. Or, you know, it could just be a rose. I know that's pretty dull in comparison.
Sentiment can be a pretty potent weapon.
Is it that easy to see right through me? Huh. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. I picked it in Lothering. I remember thinking, how could something so beautiful exist in a place with so much despair and ugliness? I probably should have left it alone, but I couldn't. The Darkspawn would come and their taint would just destroy it. So I've had it ever since.
And what do you intend to do with it?
I thought that I might give it to you, actually. In a lot of ways, I think the same thing when I look at you.
I don't know what to say.
I guess it's a bit silly, isn't it? I just thought, here I am, doing all this complaining, and you haven't exactly been having a good time of it yourself. You've had none of the good experience of being a Grey Warden since your joining. Not a word of thanks or congratulations. It's all been death and fighting and tragedy. I thought maybe I could say something. Tell you what a rare and wonderful thing you are to find amidst all this darkness.
I feel the same way about you.
I'm glad you like it. Now, if we could move right on past this awkward, embarrassing stage and get right to the steamy bits, I'd appreciate it.
And you are doing so well, too.
Oh? You're lost then. All the ladies go on and on about how suave I am. I don't know how you can resist me like you do. Oh, look, is that a cloud? I expect rain.
And then...
So, all this time we've spent together, you know, the tragedy, the brushes with death, the constant battles with the whole blight looming over us. Will you miss it once it's over?
Miss the constant battles, or miss you?
I know it might sound strange, considering we haven't known each other for very long, but I've come to care for you a great deal. I think maybe it's because we've gone through so much together. I don't know. Or maybe I'm imagining it. Maybe I'm fooling myself. Am I? Fooling myself? Or do you think you might ever feel the same way about me?
I think I already do.
So I fooled you, did I? Good to know. That wasn't too soon, was it?
I don't know. I need more testing to be sure.
Well, I'll have to arrange that then, won't I? Maker's breath, but you're beautiful. I am a lucky man. Now, let's get back to what we were up to before, lest I forget why we're here.
And now he and I are kinda thing?
So what's the problem?
You said he wasn't easy. Fuck's sakes. I saved 2 people, and he's ready to hop in the sack.
If I said he was a whore, you wouldn't have liked him.
Well, he was a virgin.
If you were raised in the Chantry, have you never...
Never what? Had a good pair of shoes?
sex?
Oh, so that's what we're talking about. I admit I've never had a woman just come out and ask me like this, that's for sure. I, myself, never had the pleasure. Not that I haven't thought about it, of course. But, you know.
Oh, that's so cute. You're a virgin.
Cute? Well, hearing that from a beautiful woman does make me feel much luckier. I'll say that.
You think I'm beautiful?
Of course you are, and you know it. You're ravishing, resourceful, and all those other things you probably hurt me for not saying.
I would never hurt you.
Nor I, you.
Was?
Want to see the clip?
Your desire is my command.
I'd like to discuss something in private.
Well, we're in camp. Now's as good a time as any to talk, right? Oh, you want to... right now? Well, who am I to refuse?
Potion seller! I need your strongest potion!
I have fictophilia, and I'm not ashamed to admit it.